I'm old school. I can't TikTok. I can't Snapchat. I don't know anyone named Stan, and I think BTS is a kind of digestive disease. But I can write in cursive. I can do math without an app. I can dance and sing and love. I can be me. Wait, you're trying to tell me that you are old school, but you don't know anyone named Stan? You mean Stanley, aka the 62nd most popular baby name of the last century? You're old school, but you haven't met somebody with one of the most popular names ever? Much like Manny Machado facing Chris Sale, this one is a swing and a miss. What is up, my aesthetic boys? It is Fresh, back with another video from r/notliketheothergirls, and on today's episode we answered the age-old question of the ages: what makes a real gamer girl? Grimes says her son can sense my distaste for the word mother and calls her by her first name. Grimes told Vogue she can't identify with the word mother and said her son X calls her by her first name, Claire, instead. No way. A child you named X-A12 is having difficulties with name association? Well, color me surprised. Some women spend money on designer handbags. I buy Bitcoin. We are not the same. Well, Bitcoin, Katie, if you're making as much money off Bitcoin as your Twitter suggests, why not do both? Girls are like apples. The best ones are the top of the trees. The boys don't want to reach for the good ones because they're afraid of falling and getting hurt. Instead, they just get the rotten apples that are on the ground that aren't as good but easy. So the apples at the top think that there's something wrong with them when in reality, they're amazing. They just have to wait for the right boy to come along, the one who's brave enough to climb all the way to the top of the tree. Now, what makes this funny isn't the kind of cringy quote or the problematic implications that the poster points to. What's funny is that the quote is attributed to Pete Wentz. Yes, the bassist of Fall Out Boy. How he came to say this quote, if it's even his, I have no fucking idea. But the fact that it's there is pretty entertaining. I have anger issues, I get irritated fast AF, and can catch an attitude in 3 seconds. But I'm a sweetheart for real. Man, this, with about 7 S's. I don't know, I didn't count. But when did it become trendy to be an asshole? Like, when did being a bad person become quirky? How can you identify with a meme that literally says, I treat people poorly 99% of the time, but also if you ignore that stuff and all the times where I treat people poorly, I swear I'm nice. Like, dude, saying that you're nice does not just make it so. Teenagers who are actually interested in their future and don't want to drink and do drugs all day, interact. Please, I feel like we're going extinct. Bro, you know who's going extinct? You, because you clearly do not know the studies that show dollar bills have around 3,000 different bacteria types, including ones linked to pneumonia and fecal matter. Now, to be fair, the study didn't try and find out if money was making people ill, but also to be fair, the study probably didn't consider TikTok teens putting bills in their literal, not figurative, literal mouths. Is there any place for normal girls in society anymore? Like girls who aren't alt or different. Normal girls who wear simple clothes like cardigans and jeans. I feel like we're a dying breed. Now this is a new one. I don't think I've ever seen someone claim to be quirky or unique for wearing jeans. That's right, a product that sells 450 million pairs in the US every year. You're telling me that 450 million pairs of jeans are sold in this country, and you think that girls who wear jeans are a dying breed? These people simply do not do the math before posting these things. Other girls' handwriting. Live, laugh, love. Mine. Holy fucking shit. Ha, see guys? It said the swear word, and as we all know, swear equals funny. I may not be the one you marry, but I'll be the one you'll be thinking about 20 years from now while you're listening to oldies and holding a drink that tastes like regret as you look over at the ugly lump of you're stuck with. The worst thing about this is not just it being posted at all, which I agree is bad. The worst part is that if you look at the top, it was in her camera roll for a month. A month. She had this like screenshotted just sitting there ready to go up for 4 whole weeks. 4 entire 7-day periods before she put it on her Snapchat story. Why are you doing this? Halloween is my favorite holiday, and I like the scary shit, not the cute pumpkin shit. I like the costume that Lindsay Lohan wore to that Halloween party in Mean Girls, not the bunny ears with the short skirt. I would rather watch Friday the 13th than to watch Halloween Town. I guess you get my point now. Yeah, does anyone else ever just like Halloween? Relate to the protagonist in popular movies? Watch one of the highest grossing horror franchises of all time? No, just me, must just be me. It's hilarious watching this basic blonde bitch eating a salad in TGI Fridays while I'm finishing my 3rd plate of wings and 2 sides of onion rings. Hashtag I eat like a dude. You don't eat like anyone, what? What dude eats that much in TGI Fridays? Like, look at the menu. That's $50 worth of food. Not just like $50, like I literally did the math. That's $50 worth of food. At TGI Fridays, who's doing that? That's one person's meal. Why? You're not quirky doing this, you just make poor financial decisions. Other girls' playlists: shitty K-pop, Taylor Swift, Cardi B, Justin Bieber, Ariana Grande, and drugged out rappers. My playlist: The Beatles, Queen, Pink Floyd, AC/DC, The Rolling Stones, Nirvana, Metallica, Guns N' Roses, Led Zeppelin, and Black Sabbath. See how the list on the right is longer? Glad I don't follow mainstream, so much more liberating. Rock chick for life. That's right, I only listen to less mainstream bands like the Beatles and Queen. That's right, indie groups like Led Zeppelin and Pink Floyd. Oh wait, I get it. They stay away from popular music and stick to ubiquitous music. Pop music in the now just isn't well enough known for them. I completely understand why people have beef with me. I'm a Nick-addicted, raging bitch with a horrible RBF. Now, I don't know what RBF stands for, but I'm assuming that it's either racist boyfriend or possibly, and again, this one's a little farther out there, rabid bear fetish. But anyhow, I'm a sarcastic asshole and will pick a fight randomly just because I can. I'll expose you and piss you off just because I'm bored. And honestly, this post doesn't really belong here. They're not trying to say that they're unique or that they're secretly the nicest person in the world. They're just saying, yeah, I'm an asshole, and then nothing else. Just, I'm an asshole. Can y'all please stop damaging good women? There's plenty of hoes out there looking to waste your time. Signed, an Aquarius woman. That's right, this post is actually about astrology. Just stop ruining these good Aquarius women when there are plenty of Gemini that deserve to be ruined because of the day they were born. Am I the asshole for intimidating my boyfriend's roommate? My 20F boyfriend, same age as me, lives on a college dorm, and his new roommate, 18M but he looks younger, was moving in that day. When I knocked on the door, the new kid opened it and stared at me as if he saw a ghost. He didn't move or say anything for a few seconds, so I told him, "Are you just gonna stand there gawking at me, or are you gonna let me in?" I talked like that to people in general, and my boyfriend in particular. Also, I was a little weirded out by this kid looking at me. He moved from the door without saying anything, but kept his eyes on me. "Don't let her talk to you that way, kid," called out my boyfriend from the bed jokingly. "She's a championship-level ballbuster." I looked at the kid in his eyes and asked, "You've got any?" He stopped looking at me and went to his bed. My boyfriend and I were just going to eat pizza, and he invited the kid, but he just moved his head to say no. After we left, my boyfriend told me that the kid is really shy and that I went too far with my banter. I said that he should have warned me because he knows how I am, and I only said the balls thing because he set me up. Am I the asshole? Are you the asshole for writing weird fanfiction about yourself? No, you're fine. I mean, weird for sure, but fine otherwise. I feel like this is probably the same girl from before that liked Halloween. I'm not like these other b****s. I got you if you got me. I'm a ride or die for mine. There ain't nothing I wouldn't do for mine. I may not be the prettiest bitch on the block, but if I say I got you, then you best believe that I got you. Yeah, you're a ride or die, right? Except for OP's friend, who you apparently cheated on. A mutual friend of mine cheated on a buddy I had multiple times, and in the months after their eventual split, she would constantly post Instagram quotes about how one day she'll get her positive energy returned. Yeah, not sure that's the kind of energy you want coming back to you. To show you don't need a pink and fluffy setup as a girl gamer. Yeah, that's a pretty sick setup. Cool chair they got going, but I'm pretty disappointed since this sub, r/girl gamers, is for girls to support each other. The girly side of gaming is already toxic as it is. Now, this is an interesting situation because there seems to be a bit of a schism, a disagreement, if you will, involving this post right here. Now, the image here is from a post, of course, in r/gamergirls, and the account that posted the screenshot to r/notliketheothergirls clarified they did so because, quote, "The title very much sounds as if she meant, let me show you pink girlies how it's done, except that doesn't really seem to be the case at all. And not only does the original setup owner over on Girl Gamers support setups of all colors and styles in the comment section, they even agree with a comment that looks to clear things up. What I think OP meant is that those of us who aren't pink and fluffy are a minority on this sub, and sometimes those people don't get the same recognition or comments because they don't fit a specific cultivated gamer girl aesthetic that the online community prefers. They just want to contribute for those of us that don't fit this mold. No one is insulting your aesthetic. In response to that comment, the owner of the setup says, "I was browsing this Reddit and didn't feel represented by the majority of posts here. I just wanted to share mine to contribute toward the diversity of the Reddit and did never mean to put others down." They also added, "In hindsight, I could have worded my title differently, but I'm not a native English speaker and didn't see the harm in it." The circumstances, at least, are definitely not wrong. The vast majority of highly upvoted setups like this one, half of this one, that one, and this one, complete with a very cute cat, all generally center around a white and pink aesthetic. While the original OP even admits that the phrasing could have been different had they known how people might interpret it, it doesn't take a lot of looking to see why they wrote the title like that, and that they really weren't putting down any other setup aesthetics. I personally think this setup should be criticized on its technical merits, like the fact there's no mousepad, limited cable management, a coasterless drink on MDF, and how they use the second monitor as a headphone stand. But to OP's point, that's the setup owner OP, and what absolutely matters most is that everyone's setup is different, and liking or disliking a certain thing in no way delegitimizes someone else's aesthetic preferences. I'm obviously not a part of the girl gamer community, so I can't speak to the general internal toxicity outside of what I saw while writing this commentary, but it seems like at some level, the account who posted this to r/notliketheothergirls is contributing to that same internal toxicity they insist that they're trying to bring attention to. A lot of people with a lot of different setups with many colors are supporting each other on the original post. It seems like most people understand what the intention was, even if they themselves have a pink setup. I feel like I see where both sides of the issue are coming from, but it also still feels like one side is being overly critical of a non-native speaker's title when the intentions look to be far from the worst that was assumed. I'm interested to hear what you guys think, especially people more involved with the gamer girl community, so feel free to leave your thoughts in the comments below, and I will see you all in the next one.